Hello, everyone. Good morning. Happy Thursday. I am so excited to create these cards. One, because I think they're so cute, and two, because I can't wait to show you guys a couple fun techniques for a fairly quick and simple card. Now, I will say I did a little bit in advance. Just because I'm making multiples, but I'm still going to show you how I did it. If you remember, I absolutely fell in love with the April paper pumpkin kit that had the popsicles and the watermelon and let's see what else, kiwis and stuff like that. And I loved, so this is the stamp set. Let me find a white piece of paper. So there's the watermelon and the popsicle, and then just some little dots. And then there's greetings that say, you are so cool, way to go, happy birthday, and hey there. And I love those. And I feel like the you are so cool is like the perfect card for like, it's not a baby card and it's not a adult card. So like, I mean, I don't necessarily want to say it's like the teen tween years, because like it could be like 8-year-olds too. So like I just find the you're so cool just to be like a super fun like card title for a birthday card. So I knew that I really wanted to make some more cards with this stamp set, which I typically don't do. I'll be honest. I usually create my paper pumpkin and then toss the stamp set in with all my other paper pumpkin stamp sets. I do randomly go back and look for specific items that I remember I have a stamp set for. I know I did Claire's first birthday party in a watermelon theme, and there was a watermelon kit years ago, and I knew that there was like this giant watermelon stamp. So it actually had like an outline stamp and then like an inside piece, so you could stamp it green and red. And so I did go back and I used that. And then I actually, the other day, I went back. I had a friend who had back surgery, and I knew I had a Halloween stamp set that had a skeleton in it. So I did like a little skeleton dancing, and yeah, it was kind of a silly card. But anyway, that all aside, I had a fabulous demonstrator. She's actually my upline, Meg Lovin. She actually sent me this card, and I fell in love. I was like, I have got to recreate that. It is so cute, so gorgeous. So since I knew that I already wanted to do a card with these pieces and stuff and with that you're so cool, I thought I'm going to use this as like my basis to creating some more cards like this. So I'm going to show you my take on this super cute card. You can even see that with the leftover pieces, which I had leftovers as well. I had leftover hey there and then the you're so cool. She actually just cut this in half and put half here and half there. How cool is that? Like, isn't that awesome? So yeah, super loving it. So I'm going to show you how to create that cute background. And we're going to do a little bit of watercoloring to make our popsicles. And then we're going to assemble. So I have a whole bunch of pre-cut pieces of Pool Party cardstock. And I've already done some of them. And again, remember that watercoloring and blending are subject to variation. Not any two are not going to look alike, because it's just not the way it goes. It depends on how different it is, how much water you use, how much color you use. There's just so many variations to that. So I am actually using Bermuda Bay, and I'm using my blender, blending brush, and like these things are just the softest, most fabulous things ever. So you're just gonna like lightly swirl into the ink pad. And then I'm sort of going to start in the middle and then swirl out. So I'm going to start in the middle and swirl out. So you can see how there's just a little bit of ink. And again, this is something that like you can stop and start as much as you want. Like if you want a lot, then you can keep going. If you want it to be subtle, then you can kind of stop right there. If you want to go out farther, then just kind of keep swirling. Like this one, for some reason, sort of has like a drag mark on a couple spots. This one is really dark. This one sort of is a dark center and goes out kind of far. So like each of them are just, you know, just a little bit different. So let me know, do you guys have these blending brushes? Do you like them? Do you not know how to use them? Do they intimidate you? They kind like, I'm not gonna lie, they kind of intimidate me. But I also, I don't know, like watercoloring and stuff I find to be fun and I love the look, but I get so like nervous with it because no two come out correct. And I'm just like, well, maybe mine's not gonna look right. Maybe mine's gonna look too washed out, too messy, too, you know, I don't know. So I just, like, I get nervous and I don't like to do it. Plus, I have no patience, and waiting for it to dry is kind of a downfall of mine. So I'm actually going to stop right there. Again, you can see there's, like, these random, like, swish marks, but that's just where it's not going to look the same. So here I have all of these. Now I'm going to take those little dots from the stamp set, and we're just going to stamp some of those dots around just to kind of add a little bit more. And of course, you know, these are going to come out a little bit darker. I think I'm probably going to do like 5, right? You're supposed to decorate in odds, isn't that right? I am not a decorator. As much as I might seem like crafty and be able to decorate with cardstock, I can't decorate my house for the life of me. Like, I just don't see it. And like, I always kind of wish I had like an interior designer or something come and look at my house and like give me opinions just to see if I'm like, ew, is that what my style is? Or if I'm like, yeah, that's super cool, let's do that. And I didn't do that so much on the first few, but I'm going to rotate this around a little bit just so it doesn't look like I'm literally stamp, stamp, stamp straight like across. And instead it kind of gives a little bit of difference to each of the stamps. So yeah, do you like watercoloring? Do you like designing and interior decorating your house? Do you change it up, or do you kind of like leave it, like decorate and leave it? I know, you know, some people like change stuff up for the holidays. One, I have a really hard time with change, and I think Claire would too. I think she gets that from me. But two, I just don't want to store this stuff. Like, I would want to like buy it, put it out. When the holiday is over, I get rid of it. Like, I could totally see doing like a decoration rental company where like we come to your house, we decorate it, and then we come and we take it down and take it away. And I just have to pay a rental fee for like a couple months. Doesn't that sound like fun? Like, I would totally do that. Okay, so now we have our card bases ready. I actually am going to add a little bit of Wink of Stella. And I kind of want it in that same like splatter look. So I'm just going to like squeeze the Wink of Stella and like drop it and then try to like flick it. Woo! Okay, well, that's one of those patience things that I lack. I didn't think it was coming, and then it came all over the place. So we're just going to add a few little splotches all over. Ooh! Okay, this could be dangerous. Okay, let's just move on because it's so weird. It's like the glitter is like alive. Because once it hits the paper, it like starts like dancing and stuff. Like, do you guys see that? It like sizzles like when you put oil onto a hot pan or something. It's the weirdest thing. Like, good morning, Denise. Good morning, Laura. Okay, here, let's see if you guys can see it. Like, is it focusing? Come on, drip. Like, do you see it fizzling? And then it like goes all the way to the center and stops. So it's like once the alcohol like dries up, it stops like dancing. It's the craziest thing. I could do this all day maybe. Just because that's kind of like fun looking. Maybe I should tilt it like this, get it to the very end, and then sort of splash it around. Now see, that one I feel like I did really good. Okay, so squeeze. Ah! Okay, see, this is one of those dangerous things. We're just going to set these out front to let them... Wah! Okay, I'm sorry. This is like a crazy video that you're probably like, chill out, Laura, it's fine. As I'm like panicking every time it starts dripping everywhere. Accents only, not major items. Yeah, I could totally see just doing like accents. There's this one, like I need to find some stuff for my mantle. Like I have these cute little like white houses and they actually light up, but I don't turn them on. I sometimes do at like Christmas time. But I have these 3 little white houses that are super cute, and they're on my mantle. And I kind of just want to add like cute little somethings like around those houses to go for like each of the holidays. And there's this Instagram account called Eat Sleep Clay, and she makes like little clay gnomes that are like the cutest things ever. But they only go on sale like every so often. It's usually like at 8 o'clock Eastern time, and they sell out immediately. But they're like the cutest things, and she has like s'mores, which would be super cute for like summertime, and then like little witches and goblins, and like all these different ones that I've seen that are just adorable, and I would love to get them like for every single holiday. But again, they're so hard to get, and they're like $30 a pop, which she does do an amazing job. But I just don't know that I want to be spending $30 like every month for a little gnome on my mantle. I just don't know about that. But they are adorable. Okay, so now we're going to do some watercoloring. We're done with the blending, and now we're going to do some watercoloring. I stamped all of my popsicles in black Stays-On ink, because when we do watercoloring, we definitely want to do Stays-On to be able to not have it bleed or anything. Try Michael's. Okay, I'll have to check that out. I always feel like Home Goods or Hobby Lobby are also good places. But honestly, I just haven't been going shopping much lately. Partially because of the kids and partially because of COVID. And Hobby Lobby is actually in the next town over, so I don't go there as often. And that place can just seem overwhelming. Like, sometimes I go there and I'm like, I just want one of everything. And then other times I go and I'm just like, I don't know what I want. So it just kind of depends. Okay, so I stamped them all in the Stays On Black. For the little popsicle sticks, I actually used cinnamon cider. And then for the girly ones, if you will, I actually used Rich Razzleberry and Magenta Madness, and then Mango Melody for the middle. And then I used Mango Melody for the inside or the centers of these last two. So these more masculine looking popsicles, I'm actually using Granny Apple Green and then Bermuda Bay. So what I'm going to do is I like to just take a clear block and sort of stamp into the ink. And then that's my like color palette, if you will. Ooh, good idea, the little fairy garden type stuff. Our neighbors down the street, oops, this is Wink of Stella. Not that it wouldn't be super cute to watercolor with Wink of Stella, because you can do that. But our neighbors down the street actually have little fairy gardens, and Claire always plays with them and messes them up. If it was me, I would be super, like, I need to put it all back exactly how it was. But she doesn't seem to mind that Claire plays with it all the time. Okay, so you'll notice that I really went outside the lines because I'm going to actually cut these out. So just kind of smushy, swishy all over. And again, you can pick up more color and make it dark, or you can kind of keep going and have some dark, some light. It just kind of depends on your look. And again, like, I act like I totally don't care, and I like the differences in each one. But it also sometimes drives me nuts too. And then, like, sometimes there's white spots, and I'm like, leave them, Laura. It's super cute. It's like the way to go. And then other times I'm like, no, it's got to be colored in perfectly. Or like bleed into the yellow. It'll be super cute and look green. And then I'm like, no, because that's just a mistake. So yeah, watercoloring is just kind of a little crazy for me sometimes. But yeah, that green is super cute. But see, and then I'm like, it looks too perfect. It needs to be more like smushy. Again, I'm crazy when it comes to watercoloring. I'm aware of that. So how is everybody's week going so far? We have been in an excessive heat warning for most of the week, and I think that breaks tonight. But I'm also a little nervous because usually whenever the heat breaks, that means that storms are coming. And I'm not a fan of storms, and neither is Claire. And I'm really not a fan when it's in the middle of the night. One, because I don't like that, because then it just seems scarier to me. And two, I don't want to wake up the kids if we have to go to the basement. And I don't want that, like, decision of, like, do we wake them and go, or do we, like, wait it out and see how bad it might get? Because I definitely don't want to be carrying a half-sleeping child and running to the basement. Definitely don't want to do that. So, like, that is really, really dark. So if you want to dilute it more, just sort of squeeze your blender pen and smushy around to get more like water and ink to dilute it. It's been hot there too. Yeah, it just seems to be hot like everywhere. Although, let me just ask, what is your hot? So like our hot has been like in the 90s with a real feel of like 105 plus-ish. Something like that. Like, I think today at, like, noon, it's supposed to be 100, like, a real feel of 103. So, like, what's your hot? Plus, humidity makes another big difference between some people's hot. Like, isn't it, like, down in Arizona or something, there's, like, no humidity? It's, like, a very dry heat. It's crazy, and I was actually talking to someone, where was I the other day? And I was talking to someone, I went to an eye appointment. And I was saying how, like, whenever I grew up, we didn't even have air conditioning. Like, we had a window unit, and then it broke, and so we didn't have air conditioning for a couple of years. And, like, even with the window unit was in the living room. It wasn't even in my bedroom or anything. And I survived. Like, I'm still here. It's fine. It's no big deal. And now I'm like, no air conditioning, I would die. I would die in 5 minutes. So it's so funny how I just feel like I've kind of become like a wimp whenever it comes to the heat, because I used to do that all the time. Like, we would spend the night outside. We would live outside during the day, like all day long. Now I'm like, I've played outside for an hour. I think I'm going to have a heat stroke. And I mean, maybe I did have heat strokes as a kid. I don't remember. But either way. With humidity was 116. Okay, yeah, that's really hot. See, and like sometimes like that, I find that to be like dangerous. Like, I'm like, Claire, we are not playing outside. It is hot. And like I said, it's kind of dangerous. Okay, so now one of my other not so favorite things is fussy cutting, but that's okay. because these are fairly simple. So I'm kind of hoping I can get this knocked out quickly. Just kind of do like little like loop-de-loops. I will say, like, so Claire loves to play outside. I feel like she would never want to come inside if she didn't have to. But there have been times on these really hot days where she'll say, it's really hot. I think we should go inside. So you know it's really hot whenever she wants to go inside. So I'm probably going to mix and match some of these. Some of these I might do one of each of them, and some of them I might do like both of like the pink and purples, and then both of the blues. I kind of think if you do one of each, it's really not like. Would you say that this card is masculine, feminine, or could work for both? I think it could work for both. So let me know. What do you guys think? I guess it does have glitter. Sometimes glitter, Brad says, means that it's a more feminine card. Just like a lot of times he says ribbon is a more feminine card. So I usually use twine on my more masculine cards. How cute is that? It makes me want to like cut it off, but it's also kind of fun to see it keep going. And actually these here on the end are pretty dry. So as I kind of made that curve, I noticed a little bit of like give in the paper. By the way, I did also use, these popsicles were stamped on watercolor paper. So I did want to say that it's watercolor paper and not just regular Whisper White. But you know what I love about this is I always end up with like scraps of watercolor paper. And since it's like a specialty paper, I'm like, well, I'm not going to throw that away. It's, you know, it's a special paper. So this is a great way to use up those scraps by just stamping a little image on there and playing with it. Like, I really need to fill that out and keep doing more of them to use it up. But I think I already have a few extras that I, like more than what I actually need. But that just means I need to make more cards, right? How cute are those? I love it. Okay, so I'm going to do one like that and another one like this, and then we'll go ahead and we'll assemble one of the cards. Do you guys like to fussy cut? I know a couple of my stampers love fussy cutting, and then there's some that don't. Like, it's something that I could totally do while, like, watching a movie in the evening or something. But, like, to sit here at the stamp table and do it, I feel like I should be doing something else. Like, this is not fun. I'd rather be stamping. I'd rather be coloring. I'd rather be, you know, something, like, moving along quicker. But it's definitely one of those tasks that you can do, like, sort of while watching TV or just, like, chilling out. Although I haven't done that in a really long time. Because usually by evening time, I just crash. Because otherwise I'll regret it the next morning whenever I'm like, I should have slept last night instead of staying up late. Okay, so we're just going to add these with some Stampin' Dimensionals. Because you guys know me and my love for Stampin' Dimensionals. I don't know, should there be 3? No. Probably not. You guys all know I'm an overuser. Hey, Karen, you like fussy cutting? Well, would you like to come over and cut out some popsicles for me? I will give you a popsicle because I think Brad got more popsicles at Sam's yesterday because we're running out. Claire likes to do popsicles every evening, and we all have to have a popsicle. But I kind of feel like it's one of those, like, summertime things, which is why he wanted to get another box of them, or box of them, because of Sam's. before like they phased out for the season. Okay, so I have leftovers from the paper pumpkin kit. So I'm going to use these first, but then I'll just use regular Whisper White cardstock and stamp these greetings on there. So I don't know, I might just do happy birthday. This one I actually think I'm going to do flat. I know that's crazy because I always put a dimensional on everything. And slide it under there. And then you can always kind of cover up some additional splotches or mess ups or anything like that that you want. But how cute is that card? Like, so fun, so fabulous. And then, like, we'll do this one with the little hay there. This one I feel like might be a little bit harder because it's like a circle, so it's going to be like the popsicles and then the random circles. So we'll see how it goes. And then we'll just do, I don't know, where should I put the hay there? Like up in the corner or just like right here? Or maybe down here. I'm thinking somewhere over here versus up in the corner. So either the right-hand corner or the middle. What do you guys think? Right-hand corner or the middle right there? Or did you like the left-hand corner? While you guys vote, I'm going to cut out another popsicle. So you can vote right-hand corner, center, or left-hand corner. The left corner or the middle. Oh, so you actually liked the left corner. Okay. Do we need another vote so that we can kind of get a consensus? The middle. Hi, Kathy. Welcome. Okay, we're going to do the middle. And pop this little one down. See, and then I'll totally use this as a birthday card and just put, you know, hey there, happy birthday on the inside. I also had these left over from, I don't remember if it was this kit or a different one. So if you didn't want to do the Wink of Stella, you could always add like little jewels or something to it as well. So I won't keep fussy cutting all of these with you guys just watching me fussy cut. But I did want to share with you guys a couple things. I have the free stamp set of the month. Is Little Delights. So I have some of these, so I'll be sending these in the mail to those who have earned this one so far. So this one kind of has like a little bit of something for all the upcoming holidays and seasons and stuff. So super, super cute. So any orders of $75 or more throughout the month of August will get the Little Delights stamp set. One of the other things is don't forget that Celebration is this month. So you can earn a free item with every $50 that you spend. Oh, do you want to say hi to our friends? Look. Look. Say hi. Oh, wipe your tears.
I already gave her some.
It's okay.
How many does she get?
Just a few. Say hi to our friends. Say hi. We don't want to cry at our friends. All of our friends online. Can you say hi, Laura? Hi, Kathy. Hi, Karen. Yeah. Hold on. Okay, let's show them the glitter paper. This paper is super, super cute. It's actually different than most of the other glimmer papers that Stampin' Up! Has had. It actually looks like a sequin, like fabric, and it is super, super fabulous. I really think that this one's going to go fast. Oh, look, Karen says hi. Are you playing with the leftover pieces? And it's really thick, I will say that much. So you kind of want to use a little piece, but that's okay. But this is probably one of the celebration items that will sell out rather quickly. So you definitely want to get that as fast as you can. And then I also have two other things that I wanted to share with you guys. And that was some Happy Mail that I got in the mail recently. And I absolutely love getting Happy Mail. And these cards totally made my day. I got this card yesterday. So a shout out to Karen Christensen for this beautiful card as just a sweet little card just to say hello and to check in with me and the family. Okay, be careful with that. And then I also got this card. This card is from Maria Warner. Maria, you are absolutely amazing. You just randomly send me cards just as little Happy Mail to brighten my day. And I absolutely love it. And of course, I love pink. So super, super cute. I love it. Just a shout out to you guys. You guys know how much I love Happy Mail and I like sending it too. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Send out some Happy Mail today. And don't forget about Celebration and the new mini catalog that just went live this month. So I'll see you guys all later. Have a wonderful day and happy stamping. Love, hugs, and prayers to all of you guys. Can you do a heart? Here, do it underneath the camera. Do a heart. Like that. There. Aww. Okay, bye guys.